In this explanation, we want to solve this quadratic equation, and we're going to use the quadratic formula. But what's going to end up happening is the answer underneath this square root is going to be a negative number. And that creates complex solutions. In other words, solutions with an I in it. Okay, so let's start off. Our A is 2, our B is -5, and our C is 11. So I'm going to substitute those values into the quadratic formula. Good notation, you put a set of parentheses where the letters in the quadratic formula used to be. So -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Then I'm going to pop in those values. So the b is -5. The A's are 2's, and the C is 11. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of simplifying. So -5 is the same thing as 5. -5 squared is 25. -4 times 2 is -8, and -8 times 11 is -88. So if I take 25 minus 88, I end up getting -63 all over 2a, so 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, now the next thing that I want to do is that 63 can be broken into some pieces. You can use a factor tree if you need to, but 63 is 3 multiplied by 21, and then that 21 is 3 times 7. Okay, so I'm going to, I still have 5 plus or minus the square root of. Now -63, I'm going to rewrite it as -1 multiplied by the product of primes. Again, 63 is 3 times 21, so it's 3 times 3 times 7. Okay, the next thing to remember is how things come out of the root. If you get 2 of a kind, then you get to take one number out, but the negative comes out as an I. So I'm going to illustrate that here. So this pair of 3's, I'm going to end up with a 3 coming out front, and then this negative is going to come out as an I. And then what's still left over underneath there is the number 7. So we kind of have everything we need, but we're going to reformat this. And the reason we're going to reformat this is complex numbers standard form is a plus bi. So how we write our final answer, the a and the b should stand out. So to get started, you want to take the denominator and put it with each term in the numerator. So I have equals, and then this 4 is going to go with the 5. So this is 5 over 4. And then the 3i root 7 is also over 4. Now to finish this, I can see that my a is 5/4, but I really want to emphasize what my b is. So I want to have the number and then I off to the side. So this I, I'm going to put after the fraction. Be careful if you have, so-so handwriting, because you don't want that I to accidentally look like it's underneath the square root. It's just going to be off to the side on my fraction. So I have 5/4 plus or minus 3 root 7 over 4, and then I off to the side. And the reason you can do that is this I is really over 1. And I over 1, if I multiply the numerators back together and the denominators 4 and 1 back together, I can go back a step.